After pondering the events of Season 1, I have started to wonder what the plans are for Season 2. Most notably, which characters will take which role, and how much it will adapt. I am curious what others think, but here's my forecast. As for how long, it's safe to say it won't just be to the end of the Dark Forest. Not only was Chunk of the Dark Forest and Death's End adapted as episodes 6 to 8 of Season 1, both being about the first 100 pages of their respective books, Death's End is considerably longer and was already quite rushed, which would make the pacing very odd. Using page lengths, I estimated how much of Death's End would occupy the last few episodes of Season 2. The remaining part of the Dark Forest is about 400 pages, and the rest of Death's End is around 600 pages, meaning that for a roughly even pacing, around 100 pages of Death's End would need to be part of Season 2, including the 100 pages already adapted that extends to the beginning of the Australia plot. Therefore, the most logical place to end Season 2 would be after the Swordholder ceremony, with two possibilities for a cliffhanger ending: with the reveal of the droplet attack or with the elimination of the transmitters. Both leave the question of what happens next the cliffhanger to keep watchers wondering. This means that in addition to the Dark Forest, the Deterrence era plotlines will be part of Season 2. Second comes the characters. While some characters are very close to their book counterparts and have arcs in the Dark Forest, most others either do not prominently feature in that book or are adapted into different characters. Of course, some are fairly easy, such as Detective Shur, Thomas Wade, Saul, who embodies Luo Ji, Will, who embodies Yun Chen-ming, and Raj, who almost certainly be Zhang Beihai. I expect there to be some changes to their plots, most notably Thomas Wade's continued operations in the PDC and Raj being commander of Blue Space instead. While this isn't essential, it would allow him to continue as a character until Season 3. The bigger question is what will happen to Augie and Jin. Since Augie embodies Wang Miao, who disappears after the first book, and since Chung Shin, who Jin is based on, doesn't appear in the second book, it's likely they will have different plots to keep them occupied in Season 2. They could realistically take any plot, but I have two potential ideas. Firstly, since Jin can't continue particle research with the Sophon block and has been shown to have a dislike of direct weapons development, she may very well turn to astronomy and take the plot of Ringer and Hubble II, though she will likely be an aide to Saul oftentimes. This would allow her to have a major role in the first part of Season 2 and easily segue into her role in Death's End. Secondly, since Augie is concerned with the here and now and with helping spread her technology, she could become the equivalent of Ding Yi in Season 2. I'm less sure of this idea as it's more of a stretch and may be impractical with the aging cosmetics for long periods of time. I have seen theories ranging from her being AA and her being Saul's wife to her being an entirely new character who embodies the push against escapism. But I thought this could be a neat idea. Either way, regardless of how Season 2 goes, and it'll be at least another year until we see anything of it, I'm excited to see what happens. Tell us about your views in the comments and keep watching Film Buff Baby.